Hey everyone. How's everyone doing today? We've had some cold weather last night, and this morning it was like 31 when I woke up, but it's 57 now. So that's the good thing about being here in South Carolina. Sometimes it gets down, but then in the afternoon it will climb back up. We very seldom have, several days in the 30s all day long, which is so unusual compared to Michigan, where I was born and raised, and where it was below zero for the whole month of February, a lot of January, and even into March. It would stay below zero forever. So it's good to be with you guys today, and it is my birthday. I'm seeing so many birthday wishes here. So thank you, Susan, Music Dragon, Scotty, Doug. Yeah, cool. So hopefully, and Hank, you were the one who told everybody it was my birthday. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, yep, I'm a year older. Getting more decrepit as the days go by. So, is everyone ready to work out that stupid weekend? And for the most part, I entitled it The Left Hand. But if you have a strong left hand because you're left handed, then just do the opposite. Just reverse these exercises. But if you want to strengthen both, just, as evenly as possible, we'll get that in there too, because we're going to include the right hand some. I know I'm working on my birthday. Yeah. So I've got a surprise. Remember last week I said that I may have a surprise to tell you today? Remember that? Can anyone guess what it may be? Really cool surprise. Take a guess, like your wildest guess. What would be really amazing? Think of something good. Okay, I'm seeing some ideas. Scotty says, coach for 2022. And yes, they're redoing the coaching. It'll be a little bit different, but I will still be here with you. So that's exciting. I baked us a cake. No, I didn't do that. Yep, I was giving Phil RS my whole drum set. That was the surprise. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Another year at Drumeo, yes, which is so exciting. But that's not the surprise that I was talking about, because I didn't even know last week when I said that I mentioned it. I wasn't even sure about next year. Any other guesses? I'm going to be somewhere next Tuesday. Guess where I'm going to be next Tuesday? Guess. You've figured out how to make world peas. Abbotsford. Back in the UP. Disney World. Illimani says at Drumeo's headquarters. Yes. I fly out to go back to Drumeo on Monday of next week. So I'll be there and come home on Thursday. So more videos. Yay. And there's a really cool surprise video that we're going to be working on. And hopefully it will do as well as Down with the Sickness. So I'm excited. Can't wait to see what happens. Yeah, more videos. Hopefully the roads are open. Yeah, that's a good thing. And hopefully this COVID thing doesn't put a halt to everything also. So, yeah, So anyway, all right. So I've pulled my snare over. I'm going to pull it over even more. Because my little snare stand that I had set up here, I'm actually playing a weekend Christmas cantata concert. I'm playing one show on Saturday, two shows on Sunday, and then we fly out Monday, so I'm going to be dead. But my little easy, lightweight Yamaha stand is at the gig set up. I didn't break down last night. We had rehearsal last night. Come on. I want to get it out so you can see away from the hi-hat stand. If it'll let me. They're trying to get the tilt right. Okay, I'm hoping that you can see me. All right, so let's get started. We're going to work and get this left hand going today. If it kills us, we're going to do it. So the first one is just easy. And we'll just start it on the left hand so that that downbeat is going to be on your left side. For those of you that are weaker, if you're used to starting singles on that right, boom, 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 we're going to just start number one just to loosen up. Let's do it at least a minute, okay? Starting on the left hand. And I have a click, so I can, let's play the click with it. So it's not too fast. Ready? Go. Use a lot of wrists. But be relaxed as you're doing this. Look at your form. Look at where your sticks are hitting. You don't want them too far apart on the pad. Look for a target. Maybe the size of a silver dollar or a tennis ball if it landed on there. Okay, so it's not at a fast speed. It was just noticing your form, and so you need to be playing in a V. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm playing in the center of the head. So sometimes you might be following someone or on YouTube or Instagram and you look at their drum set and there's a little hole in the center of your drum head. Oh, gosh. And I have this on Do Not Disturb and it's still ringing. I don't understand. Do Not Disturb is on. I don't get it. Do Not Disturb is on. Let's go back to the click and try it again. Yep, my computer is on until this evening. Do Not Disturb. I don't get it. Okay, so that was 77. Now let's put a little bit of speed. Let's see what Illimani's saying. Working on my left hand is a top goal for the next several weeks. Those of you who watched the student focus with Sharon last week and saw my submission will notice my questions were largely about improving the left hand. And I'm so sorry I missed it. I saw like the second half. I must have come in. I had a student, and when I clicked on it, you had just finished. She was just talking about you at the very end. So I didn't get to see you because I was wanting to see your hands and just see what you were all about. So I missed it. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's see. I can't see. The left thumb is up. Well, you don't want to play too much like this, where your thumbnail is up. You don't want to turn it too drastically like this either. But yes, I can see my thumbnails, but I'm not turning it this drastically. Because that involves a lot more fingers when you do this. But just by resting your arms down, and as you come up, this should be your position. Just from a relaxed position, you come up. Right there. You don't have to turn your hand. If your hand is just hanging and you come up at the bend of your arm, that is your position. So I didn't have to turn it this way. I didn't have to turn it this way. I just came straight up. So if I did put something like a quarter on my hand right now, it would slide off because I'm not so drastically flat. So I'm going to come up and just relax those singles up and down with the wrist. Okay, so let's see if there's any questions. Oh, he was talking about the emoji. Okay, thumbs up. All right, because that was disturbing. I didn't want your thumbnail up in the air. I don't want to see that yet. Not until you get, like, if you were playing a timpani roll or something like that. Then you can do thumbnail up. But just like this, just a very relaxed position. Now, that was 77. So let's warm up a little bit more before we get into the exercises. So I'm going to turn it from 77 to, how about 94? That's still not too bad. Okay? Starting on the left. 2, ready, go. I'm really relaxed. It's just coming from my wrists. I'm not tense. There's movement in my hands. The stick is free to move around within my hands, but I do have my fingers around it. I have this at 94 on 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Your goal is to play it for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and not get off of the count. To not miss any of the stroking. So it's completely even so that you sound like the metronome. And stop. Okay, so I would start with these, and then you could push it up to a faster pace also, and then move on, because number 1 or A is a warm-up to get both of your hands moving. If this was first thing in the day that you had not done anything. Besides, I always stretch, just gently, but try to go as far one way and as far the other way as you can. Don't be tense when you're doing it, though. You don't want to pull anything. But this just relaxes my wrists. It gets them moving. And first thing in the day, whatever time of day it is and you have not played yet, you can feel a stiffness in those wrists. Unless you're 18, you might not feel anything. But just get those moving. And then I'll do this. Get the blood flowing. Get everything loosened and circulated. Let's see. Yeah, good. Kippernickus. Good that you're with us. Okay, so now you're seeing left, 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 right, left, 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 right. Now we're going to get into strictly the left hand. You want to have your goal as the same volume on all of them. Watching your form again. Speed it up a little. Still using wrists. Slow it back down a little. Make sure that you're working it. By working it, meaning you're not just doing, because I didn't say anything about pianissimo, and it's just full out wrists. You're loosening, and you're training that left hand to work. Now, for the heck of it, try the right hand and see if it's even. And does your left hand sound as good as your right? This is your right strong hand. As you increase your speed, you see my stick height is coming down. It was up here first. As I come down, the stick height decreases. That's my strong hand. My weak hand is not going to be quite as fast. Okay, let's see. Alabama, sorry a bit late, but you're here. Good. Best place to be on Tuesday afternoon. Hi. Good. Glad you're with us. Okay, everyone else are you working with me? Please say yes. Okay. All right, so let's just see if we can just do threes with just the left hand. And you can give it a little push, like ba-da-da, 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 ba-da-da. My volume is pretty close to the same, but I am putting a little force behind that first one so that the rebound starts getting involved a little. When you get to that speed, if you just drop this, try dropping it first. Now pick it up after the second one. So you're relaxing. If I kept on going, it would just bounce a bunch. But I'm going to pick it up after the second. Da-da. Now add the third. So by the third, I'm picking it up like this. So down, and there's a rebound and a tap up. Down, tap, up. Down, tap, up. Down, tap, up. Down, tap, up. In slow motion, I'll show it on the right. Down, tap, up. So the second one is a rebound. Down, rebound, up. So the up is a stroke, but it's an upstroke. And that's what helps keep them clean instead of just doing. You don't want that. Down, tap, up. So on the up, you kind of grab the stick like this because you've relaxed it a little bit. You haven't let go of your fingers completely, but you're relaxing to get that rebound and then up. Or you could do fingering 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all fingers. So drummers don't use just one method for singles and doubles. There are many different ways to do it. Down, not like down, up is that down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. When I'm saying down, but the stick is going up, down, because it's rebounding. And then my upstroke, I'm coming up with my hand. And as I do, the stick hits down, up, down, up, down, up. But in threes, down, tap, up, down, tap, up. It's something that you have to play with. Down, tap, up. Down, tap, up, down, tap, up, down, tap, up, down, tap, up. Down, tap, up, down, tap, up. So put the right hand in that space of that 16th. They're written as eighths, but you don't want to play them 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and To begin with, you do, but you'll never regain, any momentum. You'll never gain, not regain, but gain any momentum if you only stay at that speed. Down, tap up. So you want to try, compare hands. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want them to sound the same. You don't want pretty ones like this on your right. And then on your left. You want them to be complementary to each other, so you could even do them together. So they sound exactly the same. Yeah, just, you can put your makeup on, eat your burrito. And that's kind of what you have to do if you're working on a specific thing. Keep that in mind all day long. You can do these. I've told this many times, like every lesson, on your leg. Taking the shower. Do it on the wall or on your body. Everything that you can do during the day, a day's time, towards drumming is going to just get you up that ladder. If you just do the minimum per day, you're going to be just a minimum player. So you have, if you want this bad enough, you have to do it. You have to do it. Okay, so Alabama says that he is a left-hander. So are you strong in your left hand? Do you need any work at all in your left hand? Or, are you kind of half and half? So you have to determine as the drummer what degree of difficulty it is for you per hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing it right. Now I'm going to do my left and check it and see if it sounds the same. So if you get it to say that speed, see if you can hold it for 1 minute. Set your watch or your cell phone, set it to a minute, and see if you can play those exactly the same for 1 solid minute with no mistake. And that's your goal. If you make a mistake, keep going, but then stop and then try it again and see if the second time or the third time or the 10th time you can do it perfectly all the way through. Then you know that you've mastered that part of the exercise. Okay, let's see, any other questions? All right, so let's go on. So now, oh, good, Shred Light. Good. I mean, there's so many lessons that I've given, oh my gosh, all these weeks in a year. And so I have been trying to take things that I think are important as a drummer. And we had this month left, 4 lessons left. And I was like, we really haven't spent a lot of time on just strengthening the left hand. That would be a good lesson. So that's why we're doing this today. Is it useful for playing or meant solely for practicing? No, the rebound is good, is a good technique. Like if you're playing, let's see. So, of course, that was right hand. That I was just showing you some right hand things, which is rebound, down, tap up, down, tap up, down, tap up. What if you had a 4-minute song? You wouldn't be able to continue that for 4 minutes. And that had to be the groove. Say that had to be the groove. Down, tap up, down, tap up. But if I was doing like stiff down, 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 I'd probably get my 10 seconds of the song in and I would be like, but I mean, you can go forever like this because it's such a relaxed method. Down, tap up, down, tap up. And that's really, when you start playing a jazz beat, you're using that down, tap up, down, tap up, down, tap up, down, tap up. Okay, so yes, I want to do the left hand also. So this is my left hand traditional grip that I love. Okay, so I'll do traditional with letter C. Let's go down to C. Let's put the click on. I'm hearing it both ways. Is my switcher not working? Supposed to turn it off. There it goes. Okay, so with traditional grip at a slow speed, I'm doing all stroking, but it's coming from this fulcrum. I couldn't say the word. This fulcrum area, but I'm guiding it with my forefinger. My middle finger is just guiding it so it doesn't go sloppy. And then it's just resting right here on my ring finger in this first joint area. One, E and a, E and a, E and a, E and a. I'll put it on the overhead. So when I come down, you see where this is pointing? It's not, I don't have palm up. It goes up to, for the throwdown, but at the striking spot, it is like this. And it's just a relaxed feel. My hand is really relaxed. So it's coming, a lot of it's coming from here. So you have to kind of squeeze a little bit in that joint in there to hold the stick good. But this is where it's coming from. So when I come down, my hand goes this way. You're okay with traditional. I just like to tell drummers that, you know, if you're a drummer and someone says, can you play traditional grip or can you show me traditional grip? You'll know a little bit about it. Even though you don't use it, it's not your prominent, you know, feel. You can at least demonstrate it. You bring your arm up straight, hang it down, bring it just straight up, boom. It just sits right there. It's not anything weird. It's just people do things weird to make it look weird, but you just come up, the crack of your arm, there's your hand right there. So you don't come up like this. A natural, if you're hanging your arm down, just standing up and hanging your arm, if you just bring just the fold of your arm, the stick goes right in there. And it's already in the correct position. All you have to do is just go up and down. So it's really the easiest thing if you don't do anything weird and difficult. A lot of people grasp it real tight and just do all kinds of crazy things. But just remember, relax, 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 relax. Come up, do not move your hand. Stick it in there, put 2 fingers on top, 2 on the bottom. There's your grip. I mean, how easy can that be? Okay, let me see what's going on here. So anyway, I mean, I'm just saying I use traditional. I use traditional for jazzier stuff that I can do, you know, cool comping with that. If I'm playing rock and I want a nice solid backbeat, I'll switch to traditional grip every time. So there's nothing wrong with it. I just think as a drummer you should know a little bit about traditional. That's just me. I just think it looks cool to know it. Okay, let's see. Keith says, I think I am gripping my left stick tighter than my right, but if I loosen it, the stick starts moving. Do I keep my grip and just keep working till it feels natural, or loosen and learn where that feeling needs to be? Well, good question. Gosh, it could be a little bit of everything. Are you speaking about traditional? Or, I mean, match grip. Match grip, because you're right-handed, your left hand feels differently, but you still want to keep the same amount of pressure that you do on your right hand that you do on your left hand. You don't want to loosen the left hand any more than you do the right hand. And then you just sit and make sure that you're looking at the stick. And you come up and down, up and down, up and down. And you train that muscle memory in your hand, up and down, up and down. If it takes just this, you can do the, you know, the rebound, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Just train yourself. And that muscle memory will kick in. But I always watch my sticks to make sure I'm not doing any kind of circling, you know. I want straight down in that target area and up, down and up. And then look at your right hand. And then go back to your left. You want it to come down and look just like your right. So you could do them together. Down. It just takes work. But don't have one tighter than the other. Could you do 3 left with bounce and 1 on the... Yeah. So, like the right hand I was doing. So that you do the same thing with the left. So just bounce it first. Get a few of those in there just so you can feel where that is. Because when you get speed, you're going to want that rebound bounce in there. So in this, there's more than 3. There's more than 6. Really. So you're going to get 3. 1, 2, 3, up. So make sure that your downbeat is strong enough so that the 2 beats after that are going to be heard. If you're just kind of weak like this, then you're not going to be able to hear da da da. But you see where I'm bringing my stick? So I'm putting some force behind it so that it makes it easier to hear the 3. If you just do this straight up and not use your wrist, if you're just doing, then they're kind of squished. Blah, 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 blah. But if you do this, you can hear da 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 da. As soon as my stick hits, I relax the pressure on my fingers. I don't take them off, but I relax so that the stick is bouncing within the inside of my hand. So now 3s. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3 up. Or so that's left hand and right hand. Yes, Jim Chapin has some great videos out. Instruction. Yes, Jim Chapin. All right, so now we have 4s. But to begin with, stroke all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a Drumeo lesson on the triple. If you look hard enough, there's a lesson on everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I'm putting a little force behind it, but I am stroking each one. Now when you get to this, you could even do 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 1. If you do 6 for a while, then when you do 4, they're so much easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Then do 4. Ah, 4 is easy now because you tried to get 6 in there. I'm putting an emphasis a little bit. At the beginning you don't. You want all the same volume. Because these are nice stroked singles right here. So they're all the same volume. We are on D. Now, if this is as fast as you can go stroking, now you have to start. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's when you put force. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to just take it up after 4. I'm just doing bounces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And to get the momentum, you have to put a little force in it. If you just do, you're going to get buzzes. And these aren't buzz exercises. These are stroked or as clean as possible. Any other questions? Let's see. Okay, so let's move on. E is easy. And we could probably put some speed to E. Let's see. Let's do 100 and see what happens. It's just singles and doubles. Single, single, double, double, single, single, double, double. I moved over to E. Let's slow it down just a tad to 95. E. So one, two, three, four, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that, that. So you're getting into B. That takes you back to B, but you're doing singles in front of it. So single, single, left, 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 right. Now let's jump down to G. You're going to be on the right hand now, and 3 lefts, so. If you can't keep up, push. Make yourself sweat. Push. Okay, let's do H. Double, double, left, 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 right. Ready? Go. 2, ready, go. Now let's do G. Right, left, right, left, right, left, left, left. 2, ready, go. Go back to F. Back to G. H, now doubles. Whoops. All right, how's everyone doing? Whoops, whoops, whoops. Carry around my sticks all day like they're my security blanket. That's what I love to hear. Yes, you should have some sticks with you in your car. You never know. What if you got there was a wreck up ahead and you were stalled in the car for 30 or 40 minutes waiting to move? You had your sticks. You could do so much in that 30 or 40 minutes working on just your lap. You can play on your lap. If you have an old car, you could play on the steering wheel. So you can see that these are just easy exercises, but once you crank that speed up, that becomes your challenge. So your challenge for this week and this month or whenever, or all of your life, is don't stay at tempo 70. Challenge yourself weekly, even by the end of a day, to go up from where you thought was your fastest. Say you practiced for 3 hours, maybe with some little, food or drink breaks in between those 3 hours. And then you had 30 minutes at night before you went to bed. You came to your pad. I bet you any money that tempo, say 80 was your max and you were sweating it. You turned it on 80. It shouldn't be nearly as hard as it was at the beginning of your session earlier in the day. You should see a drastic change in your development that quickly if you do the serious practice like this. Don't do it just for 20 seconds each. Try to hold it there for minutes. Time yourself. Yes, Linda Q says too fast but pushing. Yeah, I was doing it on purpose to just push myself even. So, I can turn it back for everyone, but I want you to see that you have to keep pushing forward. So Doug says he's only been playing for a couple of weeks, but watching this taught you a lot about relaxation. Yep. It's all about relaxation. If if you play, your single stiff, that's how they will sound. But if it's just, hopefully you can see this close up. Down tap up, down tap up. So you can see I have a little arm. I'm not just doing with my arms glued to my side. Some people play like that. They wonder why they can't get any faster. Relax your arms, your shoulders. See, my left hand sucks too. I can do it better this way. But you want to try to stay as relaxed as you can. All right, so before we end, go down to the very end. It says short bursts. Okay, so the very first one, we're going to use both hands. And they're 30-second notes, but to start them out slow, all you're going to be playing is da ga da ga da 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 ga da ga da da. Because right now we're playing them as 16ths, 1E and a 2 and 3E and a 4 and. But now if I take one hand off it, so all this is a burst of your previously practiced lefts. So when you play a burst, it's quick. And all I'm doing is da ga da ga da 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 ga da ga da da. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you go back. If you can't get these fast, go back to or they're bursts. Da da da. Those are bursts. Okay, so then now you're going to play a one-handed burst. And you see there's an accent. Now, I can use my fingers. You can get your fingers involved. So I'm using my fingers a little bit. Okay, so I'm doing. So you're accenting. I'm using my right hand because I feel like you can see my right hand better. So that accent gets that stick moving. And they're not going to be as fast as but you want them to be as fast as possible. Da 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 da. Work it with me. Okay, so that's one. Then C is just, now these are 16ths, so they're not quite as fast. Okay, goodbye, Illimani. See you. Who knows? I might make a sneak appearance while I'm at Drumeo. I don't know. We'll see what we get into when I'm there. So if you need a metronome to do these, 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. You can do them like I'm doing them right now, slow, and then do a few faster. But do this for a long time. Get your right hand in there and just get a break from your left. You could even hang it. Choose different speeds. Okay, so the last one. Whew, okay, just triplets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we can include that little wrist flick. Down, tap, up, down, tap, up, down, tap, up, down, tap, up. Or you can do all wrists like this. I would suggest doing both. So when I do my left, this is slow motion. This is that molar technique. So down, tap, up, down, tap, up, down, tap, up. So when it comes up, you're up and down, up, down, up, down. If you've seen Steve Smith, his up is real like, he almost comes over, all the way over. To get that flick. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. but it involves my arm. It's not just, this is much harder without the arm involved. The arm just gives it a little oomph. Be sure that you have it in your fulcrum area. The fulcrum, you know what a fulcrum is? If you were young and you were on the teeter-totter, is that what you call them, teeter-totter? Because the stick is not the same all the way across, the balance is a little bit off. But the fulcrum, your fulcrum, that you're going to really get the up and down, because if you had the teeter-totter like right here, it would constantly be like this, but if it's in the fulcrum area, it's going to go down like this. Somebody sits there and then they push themselves up. Somebody else gets on this end. So then you have that up and down. Well, that fulcrum area here is that sweet spot on your stick, that sweet spot. So on this hand, if you are back here and you come down, there's nothing. There's no bounce. So you're even getting like a shock wave in there. But if you come to that sweet spot, on Vic Firth sticks, there's a flag, and that flag is that good sweet spot. But look at how many times it bounces there in that good spot. So be sure that you set your fulcrum area there and not here, because you're not going to get any bounce. You want that sweet spot. Look at there. So then when you do this, you're getting help from that fulcrum area. Hope that helps you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I hope that this lesson has helped you guys. Drum like like a melody. Happy birthday to you. Oh, I'll have to click on that and see what it is. Okay, so Billy Cobham, Bully Cobham. Great movement with the traditional grip. You're welcome, Barbara. Moppy says super helpful. Yes, thank you. Heinz, thank you. Says happy birthday. Thank you so much. Linda says this is what she needs to work on. Bookmarking that one. Yes. Yeah, this lesson could have been like months ago, but there's just so much. People think that, oh, you play drums, all you have to do is just keep a beat, boom, chick, but no, there's so much. There's so much to learn. And so I thought, oh, the year is almost over. We have to do the left hand strengthener. So work on that. I don't know if I have any questions. Oh, there's one. Moppy says, I'm late to the video, but how do you count the 30 seconds? Well, on those, I would just count them as 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 2 and. It's hard to count just that group, but if you are playing like 30 seconds, that would be 1 E and a 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 2 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 2 E and a 1. So you just say it twice. 1 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 2 E and a 1. That's the easiest way to count 30 seconds. 1 E and a 1 E and a 2. So 1, 2. So I got all those 30 seconds in one count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a 1 E and a 1 E and a 2. 3 and a 3 and a 4. 1 E and a 1 E and a 2. 3 and a 3 and a 4. That's how most of us count them. That group right there, I don't really know. One E and a 1E and 1E and no, I just would count it 1E and a 2N, 1E and a 2N. Just count it as 16ths and then increase your speed and you'll know that you're in 30 seconds. Because each group will get a count. It won't be this. 1E and a 2N, 1E and a 2N, because that's 2 counts. You're going to eventually get like this. So that whole group will get 1 count. And if anybody else knows how to count just that one group there, 1E and a, say 1E and a 1 and 1E and, I guess you say 1E and a 1N, 1E and a 1N, 1E and a 1N. I bet you say that, 1E and a 1N. I've just never counted them like that. I just see them and I know what they are, so I don't really count them. 1E and a 1N, 2E and a 2N, 3E and a 4, 1E and a 1N, 2E and a 2N, 3E and a 3N, 4E and a 4N. That sounds kind of logical. I think that's what you would do. See if anybody else has any ideas for that. Thank you, Lina Flopez. And Zach Ritter. Makes sense. Yeah, that's how I would do it. Okay, so you guys have a good day, and I hope that I have a good day. And I will see you. I think we probably will not have a lesson unless I do it like a little surprise visit from Drumeo. I'm not really sure. But I'll be there at Drumeo headquarters next Tuesday. So we'll find out what's up. All right? See you guys later. Bye-bye.